Hello, hello, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to, wow, happy August of 2018. We're starting a new month. Today is August 1st. And because we are going for Uranus retrograde from the 7th of August to January 6th of 2019, I felt compelled to say a couple words about freedom. Do we have a freedom? Or if we don't, we may fight for it. Okay? And we may fight for our and somebody else's freedom. Something or someone. Because freedom will be extremely important. Now this month, as we know, Mercury retrogrades until 20th and Mars until 27th. So we're kind of in a stage of a cocoon still. What's good for us, what sounds true for us, to us. And that's important. That's very important time. I was going through some videos from the past when I lived in Hawaii on the island of Maui, and I came across a video with the turtles. The large ones, the parents, and the little ones, the baby turtles. So cute. And right away kicked in is a poem, let's call it this way, in the Polish language, from the Polish literature, that was talking about two little birds, and younger and older. And this older is crying. They are in a cage, and the older is crying. And the youngster is asking, why are you crying? Here is a lot better than somewhere there. Is so much danger and you have a food given to you. It's good. Life is good. And the younger says, and the older responds, it's good for you because being in a cage, that's all you know. I was once free. Today in a cage, and that's why I'm crying. Because anything is better when we have a freedom. And of course, for some people that's so obvious. And you see the 5D, the fifth dimension, is all about the truth. There is no more lies. There is no more secrets. And because our DNA operates on a higher level, we understand a lot more. It's a spiral time, and the higher frequency, the more aware we are of what's up. The more clearer we see what's going on. In 3D, in the third dimension, it's dark. It's a heavy energy. In a fourth, awakening. Oh, wait a minute. Here is, it doesn't sound right anymore. It doesn't sound true to me anymore. See? In a fifth, we simply know. We know. We understand. So, do we really truly know? We may feel like we know, but let's say the politicians, we have no idea what's going on behind the closed doors, let's be honest. Okay? What's going on internationally, globally? No. The best advice is always follow the money. Because wherever the money goes, for whatever it is, whatever the cause, no? That's where the action is, okay? who is supporting whom and why. And with the little people, just hear in the news, oh, this happened, that happens, boom, it is, and that's it. That's why it's so important to choose the right people, because they are the deciders. And if we just say, oh, you know, I gotta go with the flow because no, we have to or not, but choosing the right person is so important to do the job for us, to represent us, not just in a country but internationally, to make the laws, etc., etc. But what if it's nobody to choose from? No, then we're not voting, and that's not good either. I say this for many years already. Instead of having only the left Democrats or the right Republicans, why don't we go for somebody who represents everybody and who will unite us, not divide? Because as long as we have either left or right, it's going to be a problem. And we know that by now, don't we? So would be great if we had more people interested in helping instead of hurting. But on a more everyday life way, we all need to feel free. When I mentioned already aquarium, I would let all that fish go. Oceans, rivers, lakes. The same thing goes for a zoo or wherever they keep the butterflies. In fact, they get them in the containers and they have to go in that darkness, in the total dark, just to get somewhere else. Butterflies fly. Animals run. Fish swim. And they all need freedom. I would go and I would open up all these zoos, all these aquariums, I would forget it. And the butterflies, open the windows, let them go. The same thing we need, okay? Oh, Grace, but I like that, I like birds. I love the tropical bird. And I have in my kitchen, and it sings to me. No kidding. Really? It feels like to sing to you? Why don't we reverse the roles and put you in that cage? And the bird will be flying around. We don't even have to lock you up. How would you like that? So why would people assume that they should be happy? Being imprisoned, being caged in, and circus. Oh, great. Oh, we can see dancing elephant or funny monkeys. Oh yeah? Do you know what pain and inconvenience and sufferance they go through this whole regime of a training before they can even show themselves up for you in a circus act? Let them go. Be free. You see, this was time, many years ago, that it made sense, because to see elephant or a bird was the only way to go to zoo, circus, aquarium. But now, since we have computers, smartphones, tablets, TVs, we can see everything we want. There is no need to imprison anything anymore in order to see it. How sad it is when I go to zoo or any of those closed up things and look at those poor animals, birds or fish. Like in that aquarium, those turtles. It's horrible. Time to let go. Time to let go. Now, how about you going to somebody's home? Wow, expensive, big mansion. And you see many antlers on the walls. How do you feel about that? It scares me to death. I mean, talking about not believing what I see. It's not bad enough that you killed that animal. You being proud of yourself? Boy, oh boy. Yes, when we used to live as cavemen and women, probably we needed meat, so somebody went for hunt. But that's not the time now for it. There is no need to go to Africa to kill animals for the antlers, for the leather shoes, or fur, or any kind of leather. So sad. It's really so sad. This is 21st century and time to wake up. Then families. We're having children, and we should be responsible for protecting them. So many families are so toxic. How is this okay? Probably the spouse suffers and the children as well. Is that why we have them in the first place? And us and our families. Are we allow people to be who they are? Can we be as authentic as we would like to be? Or are we constantly under pressure? No, I would like to be myself, but what they say, they will criticize me. They will cut me off the wheel. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Really. What kind of love is that? Conditional. Has nothing to do with the God's love. Doesn't matter what religion you are. You're talking about bad weather. You're worrying about Yellowstone volcano. Go up in the air. Or San Francisco, because 1906 or worse can be repeated. And the tornadoes and tsunamis and the earthquakes. Oh, I have a news for you. It's not gonna improve. It may get worse until people will realize that they need to change, that they need to calm down, that they need to find balance and inner harmony. We live in a fifth dimension. The loss of the third is not supported anymore. That anger, jealousy, resentment, revenge, it's gone with the wind. Now we're talking love, compassion, good heart, helping each other. And on this note, isn't this interesting? That we need to go through something totally horrifying, like a war, like September 11, like big earthquake or tsunami, to get together and be wonderful and helpful and compassionate towards each other. Why can't we be every day like that? Wouldn't be the nicer world to live in? I would love to see your comments, because you maybe even have more ideas about freedom, how to achieve it, in what areas I will appreciate. You see, many people right now hit the wall because they don't like change, because they stuck in 3D, in the third dimension, and they don't know what to do anymore. Okay, very nervous energy. Now, this month, August, is absolutely wonderful to do the homework on ourselves. Never mind anybody else. Don't worry about them. They need to do their own homework and figure out what's best for them. But to being the real us as our fingerprints and DNA is, and we all have different destiny. We all are totally different. We are all unique in our own way. And it's time to be truthful, honest, instead of building our lives on a totally false foundation. It's time to be who we truly are, and time to fulfill our destiny. Much love to you, many kisses, many blessings, healing, and have a wonderful month.